All right, good morning, everyone. Oh, here we are. 2, 4, 6. Yep. Good morning, welcome. Good to see you all. For today's class, we're gonna need a chair, a foam roller, and some of you that have just a half foam roller, Marian, just put both of those close to you and then you can choose which one. Yeah, and then the other one for maybe later on the floor. An ankle band. Mine is the lightest one that I have, but mine is the small one. And also a block and a tennis ball. We're gonna get started on the chair actually. And we're gonna get started with the tennis ball under the foot. So come towards the halfway to the seat. Take your tennis ball right under your right foot. And take your right hand, move the ball quite in front of you, a little bit in front of the knee. Take your right hand over the top of your thigh and then lean forward a little bit, just roll over the ball. Hydrating your body. Try to go towards the inner, the center, and the outer edge of your foot, and then towards your metatarsals, towards your toes. And allow your upper body to be a little bit softer. So you just, all we're doing is hydrating that tissue and promoting blood flow. And then grab the edges of the chair, and now lift your seat a little bit. And then put a little bit more pressure now on the ball. And as you put pressure on the ball, wiggle your foot a little bit. So push, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then come and have a seat. Yeah. Find another pressure point, lift your hips, press the ball, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then you might just roll this way. So your main focus here is putting some pressure on the ball, and then slowly come back, release and relax. Take the ball over to the left leg. Press your hands, interlace your hands over the left thigh, and now lean forward a little bit, rock and roll. And now we're just hydrating the tissue. We're taking some notes, what we feel, where we feel. See, like my neck. Over time, when you do a lot of this type of work, your meridians, your energy channels are like more open with less obstacles. So then everything starts to align a lot faster for you, okay? So breathe in, and there's some skills to learn how not to resist what you're doing. So if anything, we're trying to open all the gates. Good, and now grab the edges of your chair. Put weight on the ball and now come up a little, press it down, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Come down, have a seat, inhale. Find another spot, lift your hips, push the ball, wiggle. And maybe you even roll, make it your own. And find different spots. When you find an awkward spot, go slow so the ball doesn't run away. Put lots of weight, and notice that each side is so different. And then slowly come back and release. So sometimes you can have an issue with your hip, and it could most likely come from your foot or your ankle. So that's why we constantly take notes. All right, move that out of the way, and now you're gonna sit on the foam roller, on the chair. Open your feet wide. And then roll forward towards in front of your sit bones and then behind your sit bones. Forward and back. Put a lot of weight on your foam roller. Forward and back. Forward and back. Once in a while, you see what I'm doing? I'm just wiggling. I'm trying to release that connective tissue, the fascia that binds everything in your body. Like there is, imagine a big net in your body. And you're just trying to allow that net to be a little bit more hydrated and more free. Good. Now, turn your feet slightly or turn to the right a little bit and now roll side to side. You might have to adjust the foam roller to come a little towards the edge and feel, just breathe in there. Maybe your right foot is off the floor. Breathe, just different angles. And give me a little attitude, like as you travel, maybe you do that little movement where your left shoulder comes forward and you go back. Left shoulder forward, breathe into your spine as well. Come back, one more time. And then come center, change it. Bring the foam roller towards the edge. And here we go, rock and roll. Put lots of weight on the foam roller. Now you're facing the left side. You're facing the left side. You can even extend your left leg like I'm doing here. For some reason, my body wants to do this on this side. So I'm just honoring that. Press down, move slow. Press. Imagine you want to sink all the way to your bones here. Circle your ankle, wiggle, do whatever you want. A little attitude, right shoulder, and then pull it back. Right shoulder, breathe into your spine, and push it back. One more time. And put it back. Good. Come back, have a seat on your foam roller. Go a little further back now. And now open your arms. Do a little back bend. Lift your back ribs. And then bring your hands forward around your spine. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, open. Collarbones. Exhale, round and create space in your spine. Breathe like a zipper in your spine is opening right and left. Okay, inhale. Exhale. And now slowly, both palms facing down. Now, take your left hand to your right thigh and lift your right elbow up. And then change it. Inhale, lift. Lift your spine, lift your ribs, ground your hips. Like a drum, lift your right, inhale, tap. Lift your chest off your low back. And change. Notice where your body is exhibiting itself. Shine a light in there. Slowly come center. Now, make fist with your hand. Pull the elbows back. And bring your palms forward. Release. Make a fist. Pull back. Bring your hands forward. Last time. Pull back. And forward. Excellent. Shoulder rolls. Sit on the chair. Put your foam roller under your feet. And I find your little band. Take your palms. The band is right over your wrists. Shoulders over your hips. Inhale. Draw the shoulders back and I pull the band. Pull the band. Hug muscle to bone here. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back in. Take a little rest. Inhale. Extend your arms. Hug muscle to bone. Pull the shoulders into the socket. Pull. Breathe in here. Now pull your ankles to the right and left energetically. Keep breathing. Hug muscle to bone. Create stability in your shoulder girdle here. Spread your fingers for 3. Breathe 2. 1. Come back in. Oh, that's exhausting for me. And release. Woo. Unload the tension. Breathe. Extend your arms. Inhale. Shoulders into the socket. Pull. Pull. Now pull your ankles. Create energetic line from your feet to your hips to your shoulders. There are 2 train tracks. Breathe in here for 4. Your core is working here. 2. 1. Come back in. Take a little rest. Ooh, okay. Grab the band with your left hand in front of you. Inhale like a bow and arrow. And now pull your right elbow back. Keep your wrist in neutral position and keep your hip bones forward for 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back in, only halfway. Draw the shoulders back and down. Inhale, exhale, pull the right hand. Breathe and notice what's working for 3. Breathe 2, pull your ankles. 1, slowly come back in. Inhale. Last one, exhale, pull. Pull your ankles, lift your ribs for 3. Breathe 2, 1, slowly come back in, take a little rest. Shoulder rolls. Come forward, right hand is straight, draw the shoulders back and down, bend your right elbow, pull it back. Lift your chest, pull your ankles. 4, pull more than you think you should. 2, look at your wrist, keep them neutral. 1, halfway with your left hand, inhale. Shine lots of light on the left shoulder, pull it back. Widen your collarbones. This is also not just stabilizing, but mobilizing. It's like also putting braces. Maybe you get some adjustments. Last one, halfway, inhale. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back in, take a little rest. Shoulder rolls. Okay, one more. Inhale. This time your left arm is over your head. Ideally, your shoulder is adjacent with your ear. So it's not in front of you. Do your best. And if you need to bend your left elbow to get there first, do so. Okay? Lift up. Otherwise, inhale. And now pull your right hand down. Lift your ribs instead. Can you lift both sides of your ribs? Pull down for 3, 2, 1. Release your right elbow just a little bit, halfway, inhale. And now exhale, push it down. Breathe here. Frontal ribs are down and in. Lift up your right hand, inhale. Exhale, push. 3, 2, adjust little part in your body. This is great for decompression if you feel your left hip usually or your right hip. Slowly come up, release, take a little rest. Inhale, right arm up. Start with bent elbow first. Both elbows. Now maybe you straighten your right elbow. Inhale, exhale, pull your left. Oh, and feel how different this feels. Bow and arrow, lift your chest, lift your ribs. But do not do a back bend here. Your frontal ribs are down and in. Release only halfway. Inhale. Exhale, pull down, lift your chest, lift your ribs. 4, plug the right arm into the socket. 3, 2, 1, slowly release, come back up, inhale. Exhale, push it down. 3, 2, 1, slowly release it. Take a little rest. Shoulder rolls. Lean on the chair back, stretch out your legs with the foam roller. Take a moment to enjoy the undoing, palms on your thighs. Flush it out. Learn how to flush out the tension, the toxins out of your body. This is the school of life. You can do this when you're standing up and talking to someone over time because it becomes a part of your nerve system. You know how to do that. So we're working a lot on the sensation of the undoing. And when we really internalize the undoing voluntarily, it's always there in the background. Even if we're doing a lot of things, inside and in the background, there's the undoing. That helps us to overcome anxiety, stress, overwhelmed sensations, so on and so forth. All right, last little movement on this series. Take your right hand on the ball of your right foot, and I take your palm underneath the band. Now, lots of core activation here. Inhale, and I exhale, pull, and do a little bicep here. You're not going to go very far, especially if you have the short one. But core is active. Do not let your low back take over. And then slowly lower down. Keep a little tone. Inhale. You can take your left forearm across your thighs, hollow your belly, widen your collarbone, and pull. Look at your wrist. Make sure your wrist is in neutral. 4, 3, breathe. 2, 1, lower, 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 hold. Inhale, lift up for 3, hold for 1, for 2, and 3. Hold it here. Find your maximum, and you're constantly scanning your body to notice where you are. Did you allow your habits to sneak up on you? Slowly lower down, rest. Inhale, lift up for 1. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower 3, lower 2, lower 1, and hold. Lift 1, little, lift 1, just 1. Lower 1. Lift up to the second floor and hold it for 3, 2, 1. Lower 1 floor, and now listen. Pulse for 1 and lower. Pulse for 1 and lower. Pulse for 1. Last one. Woo-hoo! Release. Oh my gosh. Okay, come sit. Stretch your legs. The undoing. Enjoy it. Breathe. Shine a light on the right side of your body. Side B. Take it right under the ball of your foot. Take your palm underneath it. Knees, ankles, and hips aligned together. Take your right forearm across. Widen your collarbone. Inhale, core active. Lift and hold. Now adjust those little things inside of your body. Hug everything to the midline for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, 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 and rest. Keep a little tone. Inhale, core active. Widen your collarbone. Lift it up and hold. Breathe here for 3. Widen your collarbone. 2, 1. Lower down for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift up for 1 and hold. Breathe. lower 3, lower 2, and lower 1. Ooh, this side is hard. Inhale. Exhale, lift and hold. Dive in the deep end because you can. And there is a benefit. For 3, go further than your comfort zone because that's where you grow. Lower down. 2. Oh, this is so hard for me. Inhale. Exhale, lift up and hold. Lower to the 1 floor. And I pause for 4. Woo. 3, I'm celebrating my weakness. 2 and 1 and lower and rest. Oh my goodness. And that's what's beautiful. You know, like in some movement, my left arm is stronger. Today, this side exhibited weakness for me. So that gives me good information. Maybe that's affecting my hip. Ooh, okay, stretch it out. Good. Turn to the right. Let's give it a little stretch here. Take your right hand way behind your seat and take your left hand to the back of your seat. Lift your chest up, inhale, and now from the ribcage, rotate to the right, but energetically your right ribs are twisting to the left. And now do a little crunch with your front lower ribs. And don't let it don't overdo, and don't underdo. And then quarter turn to the left, breathe, inhale. Turn to the left a little, keep your hands there. And then exhale, lift your ribs, twist to the right, but then rotate your right ribs to the left. Slowly come back in and release. Come back centered. Take it over to the other side. Lift your left arm, inhale, take it all the way behind you. Right hand to the back of your seat. Lift your chest up, inhale. Exhale, hollow your belly first, then rotate. And now the left ribs energetically twisting to the right. Can you lift your back ribs a little taller from the low back? And now breathe where you feel. Quarter turn to the right, inhale, keep your hands. Exhale, lift your ribs, rotate. Use your breath, use your breath. Slowly come center, release it, and let it go. Excellent. Move the chair out of your way. Come down to the floor. All right. Take the band over your knees for now. Right over your knees. Press your sacrum down to the floor. Press your palms down to the floor. And now ever so gently just pull that little band. You're not opening your knees. You're not externally rotated or abducting, just stay here. Inhale, there's a little tone. And then slowly lift your tailbone, lift your sacrum, lift your low back. Press your feet down, fire up those lower glutes. And now for me, we're gonna lift 1 inch up and 1 inch down. Press those toes, lift 1 inch up and 1 inch down. Imagine you're pulling the band, but you're not really opening further. Lift 1 and lower 1. Shine a light through those lower glutes. Lift 1 and lower 1. Lift 1, lower 1. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold, stay here. Put all your weight on the left side, and now open your right leg slightly, don't lift your toes, and bring it in. Abduction, squeeze it out, fire up those outer glutes, and now squeeze in, use those adductor muscles. And abduction, pull out, glutes are active, bring it in. 2 more, push it out, pull, bring it in, push it out, bring it in, stay here. If you feel your low back, fire up your lower glutes more than you think you should, or lower your ribs a little. Inhale, all your weight to the right side, pull the left, ooh, feels different, and pull it in. Pull it out. Some of you might feel a little cramp. See if you can breathe through it, and if not, come down and come back again. Squeeze it in. Those lower glutes, fire them up. Pull out, bring it in. Abduction. We keep on moving the tissue and the muscles to the right place. Bring it in. Flossing out. Push out. As we stabilize, we mobilize. In. 2 more. And out. Push it in with control. Push it out. 2, 1. In. Lengthen your tailbone. Lower down. Hug your knees to your chest. Take your hands behind your hamstrings, right behind the lower hamstring, right behind the knee or above the knee, and then straighten your legs a little, and then bend. And open slow. I don't want it to be straight all the way. We're just hydrating. And open. Circle your ankles. Let it be easy, easy, easy. Bend. Learn to find the beautiful lights between the 100% and the 0. There are lots of beautiful treasures in between. Find them. The only way to find them is to go slow. Good. And slowly release. Now take your band all the way towards the balls of your feet. Find your little tabletop here. Hands behind your head. Interlace your hands. Interlace your hands. Now depress the shoulders away from your ears. Lift your chin up. And press your head to your hand. The tendency is to press your hands to your head. Do the opposite. Push your head. So now you're using your upper back, your mid back, and your cervical muscles here. Depress the shoulders, inhale, press your sacrum, and lift your chest up, gaze up, elbows in. Now extend your left leg out, lift your tailbone and look at your legs. Are they aligned? For 3, 2, 1. Bend your left leg, lower your head down. Inhale, lift your chin, depress the shoulders, lift your chest up. Press your head, feel it. Pull the band slightly, extend your right leg. Now can you lift your tailbone off the floor? Keep breathing here. Pull the band for 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Lower down and rest. Now you have the undoing because we've done a lot of undoing before and it's in your memory. So even when we're doing, there is a little calmness in the area. Inhale, depress the shoulders, lift your chest up, press your head. Feel the stability in your upper body, push your left leg out. Micro bend in your left leg and now lift your tailbone. Pull the band, spread your toes for 3. Lift 1 more vertebra for 2. Oh my gosh. 1. Lower down, inhale. You don't have to do 40 repetitions of this. The undoing, the undoing. Inhale. Shoulders down. Lift your chest up. Pull the band a little and exhale, push the right leg. Micro bend, look at your legs, align them. Lift 1 more vertebra, lift your chin. Keep breathing here for 3, for 2, And for 1, come back in and rest everything down. Oh, yo. Drop your knees right and left again, slow and soft. And now even more, enjoy the undoing. Okay, slowly come to the right side of your body. You can make a pillow, you can rest on your right arm. Whatever works for you, it's okay. All right, now listen. Inhale, fire up. Every part in your body is working here. Lift your left arm, inhale. And now exhale, bring your knee and your elbow and feel those obliques working for you. Lift your chest up for 3, for 2, and for 1. Slowly bring your hand to your head. Drop your left knee down. But now everything is still working. It's just in the background. Inhale. With control before you go. Before you go, hug all those muscles to your bones. And now elbow to a knee. Push it in. Keep breathing. Feel those obliques working. Lift your outer blade of your foot energetically to the ceiling for 3, for 2, and for 1. Slowly come back in. Lower. Inhale. Exhale. Elbow, knee. Breathe here. Lift. Squeeze. 4. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. With control. Lower. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze and hold for 3. Breathe. 2, 1. Lower, and rest. Good. Take your bottom leg, take your legs in front of you a little. Okay? Left leg behind the right. And now rest on your arm. Rest on your arm. Your left fingertips only on the floor. Inhale, squeeze your inner thighs. Press your right hip down to the floor. Lift your chest up. Inhale. Now use those big glutes behind you. Pull the leg back. Do not let your hips tilt forward or back or your chest. And don't let your low back. Okay, you're using only those glute muscles. Pull further than you think you can. Now shine your light there and hug muscle to bone for 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back in. Lower your leg, rest. And over time, you're learning to rest a lot faster because we've done a lot of undoing. So it's inside of you. It's in your nerve system, embedded. Inhale. Lift your leg up. Kick it behind you, but don't move your hips. Don't move your chest. Keep breathing. Kick a little further once you marinate in there. The brighter the light in your glutes, the deeper you are. Touch your glutes. Are they working? Look at it. 3. Breathe. 2. Lift your back ribs up. Come back in. Lower and rest. Last time, inhale. Lift your chest. Lift your leg up first. Then use those glutes. Push. Lift your back ribs. Kick that leg a little further for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Come back in, bend both legs and rest. All right. Come to your back before we go to the other side. And now your legs are bent, but move your heels a little further in front of you. Keep your sacrum down. You will notice that you want to go to your tailbone, okay, where you're tilting your pelvis and now your low back has an arch. Do the opposite. Come to the middle of your sacrum. And now you feel your core active. Look at your legs. Keep them hip width. Now listen. Keep your right knee bent, but a little further bent. It's not 90. And now lift your left leg. Point your toes and look at your foot. Keep it like that. If you have any knee issues, weakness in your ankle, this is amazing work. We're using those hip flexors. Lift the top of your foot to the ceiling, and I'm shaking for 3, 2, hug muscle to bone, lower down and rest. And there's some exercises that when they're out of our comfort zone, you might even feel nauseous because you're releasing lactic acid. Inhale. Press your hips down, feel your core. Lift your left foot, point your toes. Breathe, hug muscle to bone. Keep lifting beyond your comfort zone and keep your legs aligned. 4, 3, lift a little more. 2, lower down and rest. Unload, unload. Just one more. Take a moment here, inhale. Recovery is your best strength. Recovery is your best strength. When you allow your body to adapt, marinate, then you become stronger and you can build your strength more and more over time. Inhale, press your hips down to the floor. Point your toe, left toes, lift it up. Lift it up a little more. Breathe. Maybe now your tissue is starting to get the idea and you can stay here a little longer before you start to cry for 2 and 1. Lower down and rest. Come all the way up. All right. Get rid of the band for a moment. Give yourself a little massage. Good. Take the foam roller under your legs, below the knees, right around the midsection of your lower leg. Take your hands behind you, and then just rock and roll, rock and roll. You can also look at me. That's really nice. You can do butterfly, and then straighten your legs, and then tick-tock your legs, tick-tock your legs. It's going all the way through my spine, back. Okay. Bend the elbows, bring the heels closer to your groin. Open and pull those knees and lift your chest. And notice where you feel. Now again, maybe you're not going this far in, but that's okay. Wherever you are is right for you. That's where you are. That's great. Stretch out those legs. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Circle your ankles. And now maybe you come forward a little, grab your ankles or grab your shins or grab the foam roller if you're not going this far. Depends where you are. And now hollow your belly. Breathe in here. And then maybe you just tick-tock your, massage the back of your calves, and maybe you start to feel it traveling, maybe not. But use a lot of breath through your spine. Breathe into your back body. Now, another trick, when you have a lot of stiffness in your back, this is what you do. I learned that many years ago from Leslie Kaminoff, one of my favorite yoga educators. It's lift and lower your chin a little bit. And that releases your main spinal cord here. So lift and lower your chin, like you're saying, yes, and then you come down. Yes, and down. And see if that creates a little bit more forgiveness. And ideally, we want to feel the whole back body working, not just one area. So the stiffer you are, the more you want to turn your chin down and up. And slowly come out. Release your legs. All right, and now you forgot about the left side of what we did, and now we're going to the opposite. So Take the band over your balls of your feet. You're on the left side of your body now. You can either rest on your left arm or you can make a pillow here. Inhale. I got for a second, it's like, what did I do here? There was something before the other thing. So here it is. Right fingertips behind you, inhale. And now exhale, pull and feel elbow to knee. Lift your chest, lift your bottom ribs energetically off the floor. Keep breathing here and feel. And then lower down and rest. Inhale. Exhale, flexion. Breathe here. Use those oblique muscles. Keep breathing for 4, for 3. Breathe 2, 1. Slowly release, slow. Inhale. Exhale, lift up and then squeeze. Breathe, shine a light. Get inside of your body for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly lower down and rest. Last one. Inhale. Lift your ribs energetically off the floor like you want to push the floor. And exhale. Squeeze it in. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push, and rest. Good. Take your bottom leg, take both legs in front of you. You're resting on your left arm, but the right leg is behind. Flex your feet, lift your chest off the floor. Keep your hips steady, just using those glutes. Extension, take your right leg behind you. Your right fingertips only on the floor, kick it back. Lift your chest, kick a little further. Can you shine a lot of light on those glutes? For 3, for 2, for 1, come back in and rest. Use your breath efficiently, use your exhale efficiently. Inhale, lift your leg up first. Keep your hips, keep your chest. Use your glutes, kick it back, kick it back. Breathe a little further. Notice which glute is weaker. That gives you information. Microbend in the knee, Vicky. A little microbend there for 3, for 2, 1. Come back in, lower and rest. Inhale, shoulders back and down. Lift your leg up, inhale. Kick it behind you, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release and come back. Excellent. Come all the way to your back. Bend your knees about 45 degrees. Dig those heels. Press the center of your sacrum to the floor so you can feel your core active. Inhale. And now point your right toes, lift your right foot up. If you don't feel enough, push the left leg further out. Pull. Look at your right leg. Is it aligned with your hip? Is your ankle aligned with your knee? For 4. Lift a little further to the ceiling. For 2, 1. Lower down and rest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Press your sacrum down to the floor. Point your right toes. Lift it up. Keep breathing. Look at your leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, lower, rest. Every time you do good, challenging things, celebrate that your body is doing something beneficial. Your last one, press your sacrum down to the floor, inhale. Point your toes, lift your right leg. If you ever had surgery or anything like that, you go to PT, they don't feel sorry for you because you have to get there. Breathe here, last one, for 3, lift a little higher. Hug muscle to bone for 2, for 1, release it and rest. Oh my gosh, okay. Come all the way up. All the way up. Get rid of this little nasty thing. Woo! All right. Find your foam roller and find a block close to you. And now here is how we're gonna do this. You're gonna come towards your left, right, towards the crease. We're gonna go from the focus here is the crease of your thigh and the little hip bone, all right, below your waistline. So we're on the left side. Bend your right leg in a frog position. Find your block, maybe low setting. And now tuck your left toes under just to beginning. Just roll up and down towards the crease of your thigh. And then also you can turn your left toes or the left heel, I would say, in and then up. Turn the heel down towards the midline and then up. So now we're working also towards the inner groin. Also the psoas travels through that region. And we're also massaging all of the attachment of those hip flexors. All right? So you can gaze slightly to the right and then down. And then if you want to stay in one place, just rest your forehead on the block. You can also relax the top of your foot. And over time, you just tick-tock your heel a little. And then you roll up and down. Some of you can go right around the iliopsoas. So it's right inside of the hip, below the hip bone, and above the crease of your thigh. So it's kind of like your lower abdomen. Okay, and then you can roll up and down. And if you went towards your belly button, you probably went too far. Another option is to walk your left leg to the right a little. So you just get a different angle and breathe in the sensations. And then maybe you just go up and down, do whatever feels good for you. But put a lot of weight on the foam roller because that's how you're gonna create that myofascial release. Glutes slightly active. You can also lift and lower your glutes. And even do little circles with your hips. And now from here, listen, if you had your left leg to the right, take it back to the left, and now come over towards the outer glute. Okay? You can take the block on the medium setting under your armpit, and you can make a pillow here. And now all I want you to do is roll forward and back, forward and back. So we're hydrating the hip joint and the glute medius, the glutes, the outer glutes. And then go slow, break it down into small increments. Sometimes it's like half an inch and you find something. Breathe in there. You may notice that this is radiating towards your knee, the outer knee. Celebrate that. Bend and straighten your left leg if you feel too much pulling. You don't want to feel pulling. And then you can wiggle your hips in and out. In and out. So I'm doing a little hula hoop here now, and that puts more weight and also mobilizing. It's mobilizing and trying to melt into those little gummy bears like when we have stiffness. We're trying to melt those gummy bears into little serum. And if your belly is making noises, that means you're detoxing. Excellent. Slowly come up. And now we're going to go down with that thigh towards your mid-thigh maybe. And then bend your top leg on the foam roller. You're on the left forearm and you're on the right hand here. Okay? And then you can roll up and down. Up, scrape the tissue, go slow, lots of weight. And maybe it's just a little, 1 inch. And once in a while, you go like to a long ride here. You can bend and straighten your left leg. You can do a little circle with your knee. And then turn your body slightly to the right so you're getting towards the edge of that thigh. The edge of the thigh. Wiggle your hips because all of those attachments, remember, wherever you are in the leg connects to your knee and to your hip, so you want to release on both ends. And then you can even go towards the front of your thigh even more. You can come to your forearms. Go sideways and then front. Sideways and front. And then you can go all the way across the fiber from the left to the right, but put the pressure on there. You can also cross your right ankle below the left foot for more weight. And Vicky, you go, and everyone else can explore to go down towards the knee more, where all the tendons are. You see, and then you're just crossing. You're not on the knee, you're above the knee. But you want to keep those tendons and ligaments hydrated and healthy. All right, slowly release it. Take it under your left armpit. We're still on the left side. Scoot your hips down. And now interlace your hands. Stretch out your bottom leg or whatever setting works for you. And now you're going to open your chest. Connect this to your hips as well. Open your chest and then roll all the way. Make sure that you are, when you're coming forward, that your foam roller is above your breast. Into the pecs. And maybe you just stay here or you go back and forward or you find a spot in between. But connect this, visualize this opening your hips as well. Because it is. Good. All right, slowly release it. Take your tennis ball now and take it right underneath your knee. So if you grabbed your fingers and you grabbed behind the tibia, the bone here, that's where you want your ball to be. If you press your fingers, you'll feel probably some pressure points. Okay, so now we're trying to give the knee a little space here in the ankle, whoa, 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 whoa. And then you might lean forward, okay? You can also lean on your foam roller. It's actually probably better. So look, you're gonna roll forward, ooh, and roll back for recovery. Roll forward, go slow, put the weight on the ball, and notice where it's going. Again, as always, when we do something, notice how your shoulders are, notice how your hips, your core, and maybe you stay there or you come back and forward. This is all individual. For me, I'm feeling this where I feel it, but I also feel a little resistance in my groin. So I'm trying to breathe through that. Slowly push, come up. One more time. Push it in. Oh. Stay or come back again slow. Make it your own. Notice what's more beneficial to you. As you come forward, go slow and put the weight on, put the weight on, put the weight on. Can you trace where this is going? That gives you information. Because you feel pain in one place, it doesn't mean it comes from there. Most likely it's not. So see if you can figure out this little maze and then slowly come up and release it. Stretch your legs out. Give yourself a little massage. All right. And now we go to the other side. You're going to bend your left leg and you have a block here on the low setting. So you're right between the crease of your thigh and you're not going any further than the bony part, the bony part in your hip, below your belly button. You can go forward, tuck your toes under. You can drop your right heel to the left and then up to the ceiling and put a lot of weight on there. When you come up slow. Circle your ankle. You're trying to allow your whole body to benefit from this. Put all your weight on the foam roller. Good, then I come to your right forearm and you're gonna go to the outer glute here. And you can roll up and down. You can go back and forward. You can put the right block, the block under on the medium setting under your right armpit and make an elbow here. So now you can put more weight on the foam roller. Make sure it doesn't go above your hip bone. So you're not gonna be on your waistline, you're right below. Rock and roll side to side. Okay, now you're gonna come all the way halfway through. And then again, you're on the right forearm and your left hand. And then roll forward and then sideways. Up to the front of your thigh and then to the side. You can also bend your leg and tick-tock right and left. Your core is a little active here. Then you start to go a little slower and you're putting more and more weight on the foam. And feel free to go closer to your knee. Just walk your body up a little. And breaking all that stiffness and giving your knee joint a little space. All right, slowly release it. Bend your right leg. Take your fingers and then find that spot there. It will fit like a glove. If you put your fingers right behind the bone, then put your ball right in that spot. Left leg behind you. Now find your foam roller in front of you. And then forward. And of course, if you need to adjust the ball, go for it. Relax your shoulders. And wherever you feel, try to floss it out, flush it out, like you're untwisting a twisted hose pipe. And then roll forward. If you need to adjust your ball, adjust your ball. And then go forward again. Ooh, nice. Come back. Inhale. Move with purpose, okay? Shoulders away from your ears. Shoulders away from your ears. Let the weight come from your leg, okay? As you're shifting forward. And you're constantly taking photographs of where you are, where is it traveling to, what's the texture. That gives you information, and then come back. And then maybe you pull your knee energetically up a little or to the right more, and then come forward. You might find another spot. Ooh, yeah. and slowly release it, let it go. Excellent. Take your foam roller right under your knees now. And I take the ball to the edge of your glute, okay? Right to the edge of the glute. And now just roll forward and back. It's easy, easy, easy. Just roll forward and back. If you want to take your foam roller towards your ankles, see if that works for you. If you want to turn your toes to the right, you can. And if you lost your ball like I did, come back. See, and then you can just put a little weight towards the edge, and then you lift your left glute up and down, up and down. So there's no direct pressure on the ball, but it's enough to really floss and flush out everything here. Okay, so I'm just tilting, lifting my left glute up to the ceiling and then trying to drop it down to the floor. Up to the ceiling, I'm on my right forearm and my left hand. Circle your ankles, floss it all out. Slowly release. Now listen, take the ball on the right side of your glute. All right, so bend your knees, your feet are on the foam roller, take it on the right side of that sacrum. Okay, and now roll your hips, sway your hips to the left and come center. Sway your hips to the left and come center. Keep weight on the ball. And if the ball moves, don't worry. Wherever you are, it's all good. All good, even towards your lower glute, even more. Scrape it so the ball goes all the way to the right, and now you lift your knees up. Drop your knees to the right and up. One more time. Good. Release it. Come up to a seat. One more time. Shift your hips to the right a little. Take the ball to the edge of the outer glute. You're on the left forearm. You're going to lift your, I just adjusted my something there. See, that's why it's good to go to weird places because you don't know what to expect. So your left forearm, right fingertips, and I'm going to lift my right glute up and down. Up, breathe into your spine and down. Go slow down and go slow up. Push the ball and down and up, down, slow. And this I feel very different and it feels necessary for me. So breathe and honor that, honor where it's going. Go at your own pace. Maybe you shift TikTok. For me, I'm staying here for a minute because I feel like I need this. Circle your ankles. And slowly release and come back. Bend your knees. You're on the left side of your sacrum. Open your feet wide. Open your arms in an upside down V. And now drop your knees to the left and come up. Drop your knees to the left and sway your hips to the right. And just do your thing. If you feel like you need to stay in that pose, stay. And if you need to come up and down again, do that. Scrape the ball, push all your weight on the ball, and then sway your hips to the right. Okay. Slowly, slowly, Take the ball just a little higher and now sway the ball from right to left, from like you're going over a bridge, ever so gently, like a little bridge. Move your hips, move the ball out of your way, stretch out your legs. Let everything melt into the floor. Notice the blood flow all the way down your feet. Breathe. Take a moment to acknowledge and be grateful that your body was able to do this beautiful work for a healthy lifestyle. And the fact that we could show up today and do whatever we could with the limitations, it's a celebration. Bend your knees, roll over to the side, and then come up to a seat, please. Bring your hands to your heart center. As you close your eyes, just go through your body part from the soles of your feet all the way up and all the way down. And it's not cliche. Every time you show up and you're able to do what you can, what a gift. What a gift that we can do all of those things, because it could be way worse. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you feel good. Please make sure you drink. And namaste, and I will see you next. I'll see you this Sunday and next Tuesday. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye.